What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, IG, TikTok, bottom video, and we just gonna hop right into it. So, if you hadn't seen recently, Tory Lanez is, I I think it's considered appeal, but I know he's filing for a habeas corpus for obviously the Megan Thee Stallion shooting. Obviously 2 years ago. Well, did it happen 2 years ago? I know he got convicted like 2 years ago, but 2 years, like a year or two ago, Tory Lanez was convicted, for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion when she got shot in the foot, yeah, I ain't gonna say Graves fighting for one of them two. I don't remember, but she got shot basically, and he was arrested for that. Now I'm not gonna. All right, I'll probably get into that then. Actually, we just gonna get in first. We just gonna get into the Tory Lanez specific today. Now, like I said, Tory Lanez is appealing the case. Well, he's actually not appealing the whole case. It looks like from the they're just appealing the citizen sitting. Boy, y'all know I got trouble saying that word. This ain't the first video I had trouble saying that word. Basically, they're appealing how long he's in jail. He had got originally 10, but we about to get in. We about to get into it. So first, I should have wrote this down first. Exactly, like by definition, what a habeas corpus is for y'all. By definition, it's a writ requiring a person under arrest to be brought before a judge into a court, especially to secure the person's release unless lawful grounds are shown for their detention. So, habeas corpus is kind of like a Hail Mary. It's really just like after you get arrested, if you feel like you are wrongfully confined on I'll tell in a couple seconds, but it's just like a couple like guidelines for you to be able to file it. Basically you have to get like substantial evidence to get the court to appeal the original decision. It's kind of like, for my guys who are sports fans, it's kind of like trying to overturn the call. So the habeas corpus, like if he wins, he would be overturning it, but they're more likely to stand on with the call on the field. So you have to have enough evidence to overturn it. So 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 it's a couple reasons he is able to file this habeas corpus. So like I said, the four guidelines, it is called if your confinement is beyond the sentence. So which means if you are serving more time than you got sentenced, which I don't know how that happens. Your fundamental rights have been violated. There's a new or void law that applies to your case, or ineffective assistance of counsel. So Tory's he's going off the ineffective assistance of counsel. So what the case is, not what the case, but what he's saying is that his counsel failed him by not allowing the driver to come up to the stand and testify, because they're saying that the driver had, well, not substantial evidence, but he was a witness and he had evidence saying that Tory wasn't the shooter. So that's it falls on the ineffective assistance of counsel, because the driver was actually in the courtroom, but the counsel, I guess, decided to never bring him up to testify. I don't know what their reasoning would be for that, but if he got something that says Tory's not the shooter, then they probably should have brought him to the stand, especially in his defense. So yeah, so that's what the flying the habeas corpus under. Now, what also makes this thing a little weird is, one, when the prosecutor was in court talking about the DNA on the gun, they always described it as inconclusive. So obviously we don't know whose DNA is, and I get into that later, but I think there's a reason they described it as inconclusive. But so now they're saying analysts for Tory. Now I don't know. I mean, if they're an analyst, I would assume they're not really biased, because they probably have some type of guidelines to keep some professionalism in their job. But the analyst said that Tory, I guess he hired personally, he said that it wasn't inconclusive, that Tory's DNA was not on the gun, which is two different things. Inconclusive and not on the gun is two different things. Inclusive could mean they got its fingerprints on it, but we can't really tell whose it is because there's so many, or like they smudge and all that. But not on the gun, that's two different completely things. So somebody lying. Somebody lying. Like I said, And also what also makes this what also they are talking about in this case, like I said, it's more about the citizen. Damn, I can't say that word. I'm gonna figure it out how to say it one day. Then the actual decision. So they really just trying to get his case lowered. Plus, he already has time served, and really, his goal here is probably not to get deported because he's from Canada, and he makes most of his money down here. So that's probably his biggest goal right here, like get a shorter sentence and not get deported. So they also said the gun enhancement charge that he got was unfair. Which it's definitely unfair if they're able to say that he didn't do nothing with the gun. So, and then they also felt it was some type of racial prejudice um with the prosecution. I don't know too much about that. I can't really get into that. But something I didn't write down that I learned recently, that one of the hold on. Who is somebody's tied in? I gotta look it up. I'm gonna have to jump cut this. Y'all gonna see it though. Somebody's tied in the Oh, okay. This is also why this also goes back to habeas corpus and ineffective assistance of counsel. So it says Tory says Rock Nation CEO Desiree Perez was allowed to assist Megan in giving police statements and claim Holly left him high and dry when she quit representing him on December 18th, just 5 days before the guilty verdict. But after Tory says he paid her $200,000-$300,000 to retain her services. Tory says his refusal to take a guilty plea caused Holly to neglect fighting for his innocence, included by allegedly telling his DNA expert not to perform extensive studies on the gun after he insisted he never touched it. Ooh. Now, why this makes it bad? Because, okay. So, Holly is coming out with, it's a show on Reasonable Doubt on Hulu that is loosely inspired by Holly and definitely has included some Rock Nation music on it. And he think that is a key part to the conflict in her case. So I'm gonna have to jump cut it, but I'm gonna be honest. I think he's 100% right. I'm gonna keep it 100. Okay, from when the case happened, I didn't think he did it anyway. Now, now this makes everything look entirely different. Okay, so when the case happened, I always felt Kelsey did it. I never thought Megan lied. I just thought Megan was such in the heat of the action that she didn't realize, she didn't see who shot her, and she didn't want to believe it was her best friend. That's why I always think Megan was so intimate about Tory. I also believe that's why she was so that's why she ain't want to say nothing at first, because she wasn't sure, but he just kept egging on. He should have just kept his damn mouth closed. That hurt him, I ain't gonna lie. But she was in the heat, she ain't see it, and she ain't want to believe it was her friend. I think Kelsey did it because she was mad that both of them was fucking the same nigga. And my thing with Kelsey is, nigga, she got immunity, and then she got up there on the stand and did some weird shit. That's what also, I just feel like she looked guilty. I'm like, he didn't have the gun. Now they saying that his lawyer didn't press for to look deeper into it, which is a terrible job by counsel, and I think that should be on the guidelines to get him that, for the habeas corpus to get appealed. Now, I forgot to say this, the habeas corpus only means that somebody's going to listen to it. It don't mean they're actually going to change his citizen. It just means that he gets the chance to present his case. Now, like I was saying, this makes the biggest conflict of interest, because Holly's trying to say that she has no ties to Rock Nation. One, the show is called Reasonable Doubt, my nigga. Like that is literally like Jay-Z's biggest album. Like, Reasonable Doubt, that is ridiculous. Two, nigga, you have played Rock Nation music on there before, so you have some type of dealings, because you have to have some type of licensing to play music on damn TV like that. So you have some type of dealings with them, even if you're trying to say you don't or not. But the fact that you turned this nigga case, you said you took this nigga case, took this nigga money, left before the guilty verdict, and you wouldn't push to get no further evidence on the gun when your client is saying, I did not touch that gun. At least you gotta try. Like, at least you gotta try to look. That's not gonna do nothing. Nigga, having somebody look into it more is not gonna do nothing for it's not gonna do nothing bad towards the case. So and then reasonable, I think she guilty as hell. I really think she I think Rock Nation definitely like sent her in as a double agent or turned or something. I don't know, but I think he got set up. I ain't gonna lie. I really think Kelsey did. I'm not gonna. And like this looks even worse. Like, and I mean, this is not. I'm not gonna say like this is expected. I'm not. This is no. I'm just gonna say this is normal behavior for some of the people involved in this case. I'm not gonna say who. Y'all know who I'm talking about. This is normal behavior to go beyond a nigga like that. So yeah, I think he did him dirty. So yeah, that's all I really got to say today. Like, share, subscribe, comment, IG, TikTok, bottom of the video, and we out.